Okay, we're gonna call this What They Don't Tell You About SeaFall. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And this is really simple. I have bought this game, thankfully, for only $50. If I'd have paid the full 80, I'd be incredibly angry right now. If you look on YouTube, you're going to see a ton of videos reviewing this game and saying how amazing it is and how great it is and blah, 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 blah. They just leave out a certain part. See that word, a legacy game? Well, apparently that means you get to play this game once and then you throw it in the trash. There's no replayability. Once you're done, you're done. So you're basically buying a one-shot. Now, SeaFall has like a 5-mission campaign, so you'd actually get to technically play it 5 times. But unlike other board games, you can't clear the board, reset it, and play it again with a different group of people. You can only play it once. Now, in comparison, and because I'm tired of hearing this comparison from people, I also have my expansion for Time Stories, Under the Mask, 1146 NT. This is also what I guess some people would call a legacy game, but we're going to go over this really quick just to show you what I'm talking about. Now, I'm going to pop this box open. I literally opened this, closed it, and then I'm trying to sell it as fast as possible. Alright, in any unboxing video I'll show you everything that's already here, so you'll pardon me if I'm not trying to go through each and every single component individually. But we're just going to, really quick, I want to show you this. Now, everybody's sitting there saying and how, oh, well, you know, it's you can keep playing it, blah, blah, blah. No, you can't, okay? Don't listen to anyone that says yes, you can, because no, you can't. Here is the main game board. This is what you use to play the actual game. Alright, and again, you've seen this on the YouTube videos. It's really easy to find. It's not that complicated. Alright, and when I first saw this on YouTube, and again, nobody mentions this anywhere. When I bought it, the store I bought it from was all like, oh, it's getting great reviews, you should play it. So I bought it. Well, here's your board. There's half of it. The other half is pretty much just the same thing, only blank. And again, I'm kind of burning through this because the point of this video isn't a unboxing or a product review. It's more along the lines of telling you what they don't tell you on the box. Okay, now, this board is flat, just like your standard average game board, you know, and everything looks fine. And if it was going straight off this, you'd be alright. The problem is, and let me turn this around a little bit here quick. The problem is not in the board. It's in what's in the box. Now, if we come over here, right there, and again, you see these on the unboxing videos, but they don't tell you this. These are cardboard, which is, this is one of the first things you see, and you're thinking, all right, cool, you've got some cardboard tokens here, like with every other board game on the planet. That's great. All right, we got some more of those there. Again, that's fantastic. And then you have your player boards, which again, these are cardboard. And it looks like one's going to pop out here, which is good. All right, these are cardboard. And on the back, you can see, you know, there's a space and, you know, all this other stuff. Here was my first warning sign there's a problem. They want you to write on the cardboard. You can't use a dry erase marker. It's not plastic. It's cardboard. If you, no matter what you write on this with, you're ruining it. There's nothing you could put here that will prevent you from destroying this by writing on it. And then you look at this stuff here. Same thing up front. They want you to write on it. And there's a couple other spots on here, which we'll come back to in a second here. I'm even going to put this aside just to show you. And then again, we have some more cardboard. And again, up until this point, everything looks fine. There's no major problems. I mean, after all, cardboard is cardboard. Board games are made of it. It allows for replayability. It's fantastic. Hey, hey. Woohoo. Now, here's where you get your first real clue there's a problem. These are all stickers. Every single one of them. And they even call it permanent enmity sheet. They're stickers. These here, these are all stickers, which, as you can see, notice the size, how they're small squares, And if you look back over here on the cardboard thing, the small squares, and then you notice that these little stickers here are the exact same size and shape as certain squares on the board, and more importantly, certain squares on the actual game board. Because you stick these to the board. Now that should have been your red flag right there. But here's where it gets even more fun. Here's the actual board pieces. This is what you're supposed to put on the board. You have current markers and little islands and some whirlpools, and then there's some tokens here. And again, if these had all been cardboard, this wouldn't be a problem. Instead, these are all stickers, and the location of which is random. So certain islands here, if you go over here to the islands, and again, you'll see your permanent enmity, and then you'll see these squares. Like this one here has a wood. Well, certain other ones may eventually change as you play, so you're supposed to take these stickers and stick them directly on this board. The islands are stickers. You're supposed to peel these off and stick them directly on the board. Once it's on there, there's no getting it off. It's stuck. It's done. It's permanent. Then you go into here, which again, there's this big row of stuff which you would think would be cardboard, but all this, almost half of it's going to be stickers. Stickers. Then you look in the actual box. And inside the box, you get your average tokens. And again, this is an unboxing video. I have not opened any of these because I'm trying to dump this off on somebody as fast as possible, because this, to me, is a giant waste of money. Now, I can tell you that inside each of these boxes, when you get to certain points, and this is your general storage chest here. This one should be open and empty. But your general storage chest is what you use to hold all the cards and whatnot and the extra pieces. But these here, there are stickers in them. So when you finally access them and open them, you're supposed to apply the stickers to the game board and to the cardboard pieces as required. Well, they're stickers. You can't peel them off and put them back on. It doesn't work that way. That's not the way the game was designed. Even the rulebook, which is the other reason why you can't replay this, the rulebook has a section in it where you will open stuff from these boxes and you'll get new rules. And instead of just going, okay, well, you know, hey, here's some new rules, whatever, they expect you to take them, because they're stickers, again, and put them directly into the rulebook. There we go. Oh, and their score sheet is on the back of the rulebook. And again, there's no way to write on this, it's paper, without ruining it. Same thing with the milestones. But look, there's the rulebook. When you open certain boxes, you'll get stickers with rules in it. And then you take them out and you stick them in here. But prior to you unlocking that section, these rules don't exist. So when you're trying to play the game again, you don't know which rules are actually open and which ones aren't, depending on where you are in the game. Because it's not like other games where, like, this section here, like on sailing, is all this here and you're done. And something in one of the boxes might add a core mechanic. Well, the problem is the core mechanics, like here, 3, 4, 5, and 6, they're not revealed in order. You'll get like you get like rule 5 first, depending on what happens during the game. So you put a sticker here with rule 5. Well, then you decide, okay, you know what, we've all screwed up. This game's going horribly. We're going to start over again. So you start over, and all of a sudden you've got this plus rule 5, and you open something else, and now you've got rule 2. Well, the rules are cumulative. So as you unlock stuff, it permanently gets added to the rule book until it's filled. Now, the reason why I seem a little angsty is because I am, after everything I just described, oh, and here's the captain's log, by the way. It's a linear progression. Depending on the choices you make, it can change it. But in the back here, there's a very, very secret sealed section, which I'm guessing is like the ending, which never changes. So, that is SeaFall. That is not replayable. Once those stickers are on the board, there's no way to get them off. None. So you know where everything is. And the minute you alter the islands, you can't change them back because they're stickers. When you name the islands, you write on this. Oh, even the cards, which I didn't really cover, but even the cards that come with the game are blank. You're supposed to write on them. You take a pen and you write on them what the cards do. Now, there is nothing replayable about that. When you finish the 5-mission campaign, you're done. This whole box goes in a trash can where it belongs. Now, just really quick, for those of you who keep talking about Time Stories, this is Time Stories. I don't have the main game out right now, but this should be more than sufficient to prove my point. If I have this out, here's some cards. There we go. There's Time Stories. Now, my board is not altered by these cards. I do not mark my board permanently in any way, shape, or form with these cards. When I'm done with this, and let's say for some reason I beat this with my family on the first go-round, I've got 5 other modules with like a dozen more coming out in the next year that I can easily just put back in this box, seal up, move on, and it doesn't alter my core game. That is not the same thing. This alters the core game and the board and the primary pieces. This does not. This does not cause me to ruin an $80 investment. That's not the same thing. I don't know where you people are getting it's the same thing. No, it isn't. Now, with this, as it sits right here, this is the great thing about Time Stories and why that logical, oh, it's the same thing, is so stupid. I may not get through this the first time through. I may not get through it. We may fail. So we can reset it in a few minutes and play it again. There's your key difference, kids. This is why this is not the same as that. I can play this again. If I have a different group of friends over, we can play this again. If I have a different group of friends over, we can't touch this box. There's your difference. I can play this with as many people as I want, as often as I want. I can play this 5 times. These are not the same. When you buy SeaFall, you are paying, if you actually are, God, if you are so unlucky enough to pay full retail, you are paying $80 plus tax for a game that you can play 5 times and then you will throw away. That's it. And yeah, I guess maybe if you spent like a lot of time hacking, copying, cutting, you might be able to like make some generic pieces. But as far as I understand it, the game itself is very linear. There's no changes to the overall story arc. Whereas this, every one of the boxes I buy has dozens of different ways to play it. Or in this case, fail at it horribly. I haven't played this one yet. I can't wait to myself. But this is just a word of warning for those getting into SeaFall. This is what you're dealing with here. Stickers. They couldn't build a decent board game, so they threw this one-shot, cobbled-together nonsense full of stickers. Just be wary. They don't tell you this. Make sure that you're going into this with your eyes wide open, and you're getting this with a group of friends that could be there every single night or week or whatever for at least 5 straight game sessions, after which you'll take it, put it all back in this box, and throw it in a trash can. This is your warning for SeaFall.